Hello, and welcome back to the Filmstock channel. My name is Matt Ramsey. I'm an outdoors photographer from the Midwest US, and I'm here in the marshlands for a misty morning of wildlife and habitat videography. And I love that this activity is becoming more popular and more approachable as this equipment becomes more capable and more affordable. And I just really enjoy it. But if you're anything like me, maybe you run into a problem where you come home from a day out in the field with your clips and you just throw a bunch of random clips on social media and your grandma and 3 of her friends like it, and you're left wondering, did I really do the best service to the footage that I made or to the animals that I'm trying to represent? So this morning we're going to see if Filmstock can help us out with that by turning our loose clips into a nice attractive video package. So Filmstock is an impressively full-featured suite with all sorts of transitions, titles, video effects, music, all the tools you need to make everything from a simple social media reel to a full-fledged feature-length nature documentary. But today I'm going to try to impose an extra challenge on myself to see if I can complete a video with Filmstock in 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and capture some clips now. I'll catch up with you in the studio to show you both what I captured and to put the timer on the clock and see what we can do with 5 minutes in Filmstock. Okay, that was fun, but for me, this is where the process gets really fun because this is where I get to get really creative. So I'm here in the Filmora video editing suite, and I'm going to introduce you first off to the clips that I collected. I've got them loaded into a timeline here, starting off with some ducks swimming along, some swans in flight. We got a nice woodpecker here, cute little dude, an owl, some footage of a sparrow here, a lurking heron, a heron getting his fishing on. And then speaking of fishing, also caught a kingfisher here up in some branches and some sandhill cranes coming in for our landing. So I'm going to import my last piece of media here so you can see that process, which is a clip of an eastern bluebird doing some foraging. And I put that in second to last because I think I want to end this video on those flying sandhill cranes because birds in flight always inspire me, and I want this video to have an inspirational tone, which leads me into the first piece of editing that I want to do, which is add some inspirational background music. But before I start the clock, let me show you what is so fast about the implementation of Filmstock in this video editor. So ordinarily, if I wanted to get background music, transitions, titles, effects, I would go through a bunch of different licensing sites, try to search through and find what I need and like download these assets to install them into a video editor. But with Filmstock, it's all implemented right here into the editor. So it's fast and easy and really simple to use. I'm just going to click on the audio tab and just do a search for what I'm looking for, which in this instance is something inspiring and bright. And I'm just going to use those keywords to help me navigate their extensive music library. So inspiring, bright. What do we got? A bright future. Okay, I'm going to start the clock and we'll throw that into our timeline. Go. Yeah, I think that's the kind of sound I'm looking for. Now, I like that it's got that big buildup, and that's making me think that would be a good place to put like an introductory title slide. So what I'm going to do is select all the clips and drag them to where that buildup starts. So cool. Okay, so next I'm going to trim these clips so that they align to the beats of the music. That's why I like to put the music in first. This is a really simple process. I'm just going to play through the music. When I hear a beat, I'll stop it, I'll make a cut, I'll delete the fat. And I'll let that last clip with the sandhill cranes just play out to the end of the song. Now I mentioned I want to get a title slide in there, so let's look through the titles tab and see what we can find. Again, I'll just use the search titles and look for something cinematic. Cinematic opener. 16mm film look. Now, if I just click on the title, it'll play in the preview pane, so that's really cool. Let's try it out. I'm going to change the properties of this title with the settings button. And then I think I'll keyframe the opacity of this out a little bit, so that way it doesn't have that abrupt end. Just hit the keyframe button on opacity and then drag it closer to the end and bring the opacity down. That'll automatically add a keyframe so that the clip will dissolve out instead of just abruptly ending. That's our title slide. We obviously don't want it to say 16mm film look. At the conservation area, and I see I can make this a lot larger. Why not? Cool. Now I can also make that an ending slide by, now that I've got all the properties set the way I want, just copying it and pasting it right here at the end. I'll add some title slides throughout to make the video more captivating, right? If there are some things to read as the video plays along, I think the viewer will be more likely to remain engaged and watch it to the end. So let's go into the titles tab again here. And this time I just want basic text titles, so I'll use the plain text section. Basic 1 is probably okay. And we'll introduce some nature facts to sort of keep people interested in the video. So we'll make this title say something like, there are over 349 wildlife species at the conservation area. Okay, now that I have it looking the way that I want, I can just copy it and paste it and keep adding more and more interesting information. So maybe I'll go in here and make this one say, your donation helps keep this area open. Now we're using our video for a good purpose, and maybe I'll close out instead of having the title again. I'll say something like, can you help? And donate today. All right, how much time do I have left? Just enough to add some transitions. Okay, I'm just going to drag an assortment of transitions in here so that you can get a preview of the wide variety that's available. I kind of like these sort of geometric transitions, and I will try some of the cinematic transitions as well, and just see what some of these look like. Okay, barely made it. Let's see what we made in 5 minutes in Filmstock. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I like that. I think that's going to be a lot more successful than just throwing an assortment of clips onto social media and hoping that the audience clicks through them. And it certainly sustained my interest all the way through the video project, and I can't believe I was able to make this in 5 minutes. That was definitely well worth the effort. So I hope that you found this video useful, or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up so that the next nature nut can find it. I encourage you to subscribe as well so we can see you next time with some more video tips on the Filmstock channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.